Aries, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aries love reading. In this Aries reading today, we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest that's affecting both of you here in April 2024. I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Aries. 3 cards for your person. Then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck just to make sure I can get down to the bottom, the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get this Aries reading started. It's one card for what's the mutual point of interest between Aries and their romantic person of interest. 8. Okay. Let's see how it's going to be. I asked for 1 and I get 2 already. What's going on with you, Aries? What's going on with Aries' romantic person of interest as it relates... Aries and a romantic person of interest. I can't quite talk today. Let's get one more card. What's going on with Aries as it relates to their person and the connection between them? What's going on with your person now? What's going on with Aries' romantic person of interest as it relates to Aries and the connection to you, huh? Starting off feeling kind of funny here. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 6 of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. This is about moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind you. At its core, this is about moving away from something mentally or psychologically painful, moving away from that pain, moving forward into the future toward what you want, hopefully. There is an implied choice that goes along with this kind of an energy. At this stage, the painful thing has already happened. The 5 of Swords, the card right before this, is a betrayal or like a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event that takes place. This is about moving away from that. So that's already happened. You can't change the past, but you have some control about what you do moving forward into the future. And that's what this kind of energy is really about. Do you carry the burden that painful situation caused into your future with you? Or do you carry forward the lesson that painful thing taught you so that something like that doesn't happen again? Sometimes I get this when there's this dynamic of in the relationship of like, look, dude, I'm moving forward one way or another. The only question is, am I taking you with me or am I leaving you behind? So I get that a lot when there's this leaving type of an energy here. 10 of Cups. So either we're trying to move forward toward the 10 of Cups or we're leaving something that felt like the 10 of Cups at some point. This is Pisces energy. This is that happily ever after that we all want. This is most people's goal in love and relationships, like that happy fairy tale romance, happy fairy tale love connection that we all want. 2 people that are like together emotionally and fully happy and content in and of themselves and with each other, like fully in love. Hopefully, we're moving away from something and leaving that behind so that you can go forward and get the 10 of Cups that you deserve. Maybe we're at the decision point about that because I have the 2 of Swords right behind that. This is Libra energy. 2s are always choices or decisions. This is a decision that needs to be made, only it hasn't been made yet. The blindfold can represent that sometimes there's just not enough information to decide yet, and that's preventing you from making a decision. Sometimes the blindfold can represent blinders that we have on, and that there might be something that you don't want to see, something that you don't want to look at, and that could be preventing you from being able to make a decision to walk away and go toward your 10 of Cups. Could be that. We might have to come back to this more as we go along, but that's the general gist of what it looks like this is going to talk to me about. Excuse me. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in April 2024. Doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the consequences, or vice versa. Sometimes they say or do something and it puts you in this state, or vice versa. Sometimes it's actually external stuff that's affecting you. Mutual point of interest between the 2 of you, Aries. We got the Ace of Wands and the Devil. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. It's a new beginning in passion and desire. This is also the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. It represents the male you-know-what and using it to be intimate, sex, sexual energy, things of that nature. new beginning in something like that. Or we're just talking about the wand, like the sexual energy in general. But then we also have the devil with that. This is Capricorn's major arcana card. This is usually heavy toxic energy. This is usually like addiction or obsession with something, and we got somebody addicted to sex, sexual energy, obsessed with that kind of stuff, obsessed with starting passionate new beginnings. It could be that you have started a passionate new beginning with a new person after having just left what you maybe thought was your 10 of Cups, and maybe you can't decide if this is good or bad. Like, there's a lot of pull here. A lot of sexual attraction pull here. I don't know. I'm going to have to clarify this one, because I could take this a few different ways. I mean, this could just be about getting freaky with it, or this could be about we got somebody that's got some problem with the sexual end of things and maybe can't contain themselves. No. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands devil, please. Why is this here in the shared energy? Man, they won't even let me finish my sentences. Well. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. This is either Taurus or Virgo energy. This is usually like husband figure type energy, father figure type energy. Sometimes this can represent like a person that's building their life around you, or you're building your life with this person. I hope we're not talking about like the significant other here having some sort of a problem with the containing themselves on this end. I do have 4 Pentacles right behind that. That's sometimes a greedy, stingy, selfish kind of an energy. This is sometimes holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it too. So it could be a case where you're not wanting to let go of this significant other, or they're not wanting to let go of something. They're not wanting to let go of the wand and the stuff that they do with that. I got the 7 of Swords right behind it. This is Aquarius energy. This is lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something. Not a pleasant energy. It's not always that. Like, it can have other meanings. Like, sometimes this person is stealing these swords. It's the 5 of Swords that he's stealing, that mentally and psychologically painful thing. Stealing that so that it can't be used against him to hurt him. So this can be a self-preservation kind of an energy. Doesn't really feel that way. It can also represent leaving something behind. He's leaving 2 swords behind because he can't carry all of it. So it can represent leaving something behind that I don't want to let go of. The Sun. Yeah, there's a lot of happiness tied to whatever. I'm feeling like sneaky, deceptive. This is mine, and I'm being greedy and stingy. And I'm sneaking around and doing stuff like that makes me happy, because I'm probably controlled by my wand, and I'm not in control of it. It's got control of me, is what this is feeling like. I hope I'm reading that wrong. When I clarify Ace of Wands and the Devil, I get Page of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Getting extra cards all over the place here. Page of Wands. Pages are messengers, so this can be news and messages and communications about passion and desire. He's carrying the Ace of Wands, so it can be passionate messages. This can be someone expressing interest or expressing desires and what I want here. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool card, so this is someone who has the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something there's passion and desire for. That could be what caused this painful situation. I'm seeing some stuff out here that's a little scary. 2 of Pentacles is next. This is Capricorn energy. Again, 2s are decisions. This is a decision about 2 things in the physical world where I can't have both of them. And now I'm weighing my options, looking at the pros and cons. Like, which one do I want? This one or that one? Do I or don't I? Sometimes this can be an energy of juggling 2 people. It's also a 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like not fully committed kind of an energy here. This is really looking like somebody communicating about some passionate stuff and then taking the first steps in that direction, and now into this spot of juggling 2 different people. And then we got the 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. This is a very fast moving energy. This is the second fastest energy in the deck. The only thing faster than this is the Chariot. getting ahead of myself, but central to your person's energy is the Eight of Wands. So I've got it out here in both decks already. This is like very fast, back and forth, passionate communications happening. So I've got two cards right here that could be, we got passionate communication and juggling and moving in that direction. This is, like I said, really fast. This would be going from like taking the first steps to being full blown in something like pretty quick. Like this is a lot of energy happening really fast. It can indicate travel. It can just be a lot of fast progress or movement on something there's passion, desire for. This can even be like a lot happening all at once, and it's like an overwhelming amount of shit coming at you all at one time. It culminates in this Knight of Cups, which Knights are action takers and Cups are about love and emotions. So this is actions toward love and emotions, moving forward with romantic offers, romantic gestures, like trying to advance a love offer or advance a connection in some way, trying to move forward in that. Man, oh man, I don't know if this is talking about you have a passionate new beginning with this person and it's like it's got a hold of you. And it's got some pull to it. And it started off just talking, and next thing you know is like wham. But if that's the case, then this person would be showing up as a husband, as in if they have someone else already. I'm not sure. It could be two different ways so far, but either way, like, don't get me wrong. I like the wand just as much as anybody else likes the wand stuff, but I don't know. That's the shared energy that affects both of you. Like I said, it doesn't always affect you both the same way. So I will come back to this as I go through your energy, and then I can see how it applies to you. It'll make more sense to me then. I'll come back to it again as I go through your person's energy for the same reason. So your energy in this connection, Aries, the very first card is always the most important for you. It is the Lovers. Central to your energy is the Tower. And the final card for you is the Ace of Pentacles. The Lovers is Gemini's major arcana card. You got 2 out of 3 of your cards are major arcana cards. This is a powerful love connection, sure. A long time ago, this card used to be called the Choice before it was called the Lovers. So a lot of times this will indicate a choice about some powerful love connection or a choice between lovers here. So it also has a lot to do with the interconnectedness between people, and like especially in a relationship when you're with someone, their choices affect you, your choices affect them. There's interconnectedness here. There's no escaping that. Tell me about Lovers, please. Why is that the first card for Aries, April 2024? This one is screaming at me. I'm taking it. Man, oh man. Bottom of the deck. The Chariot. I think I just mentioned this a minute ago when I was talking about the Eight of Wands. Fastest energy in the deck. This is very fast movement on something. At its core, this is about like the will to overcome obstacles and challenges and stuff that's in the way. It's like getting past all of that through sheer willpower alone and moving forward very fast in success and victory. It does indicate an issue with alignment sometimes. You see the dark side here and the light side here, and the driver has no reins to control this thing, so he steers it through sheer will alone. And if the driver is not in alignment, if both pieces of himself aren't pulling in the same direction at the same time, this thing either doesn't go anywhere or it tears itself in half because those sides try to go different directions. So this could be talking about a misalignment in the connection between the two of you, where they're pulling one way with their dark side here. I do see some dark energy out here. You're pulling a different way, and that could lead to a significant choice here. I did see that choice in the background. Oh shit, I may not have gone far enough. Behind the 10 of Cups and the decision about this that hasn't been made yet. I have the 10 of Swords behind that. Swift, painful ending to something, ending you don't see coming, ending in betrayal. And then I have the Chariot, which is the card I'm on right now. And oh man, this is looking like your person has done something they should not have. King of Cups in the background. This is Pisces or Scorpio energy. This is someone that you have a lot of love and emotions for. Someone who also has a lot of emotions for you too, even though they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. They probably don't publicly broadcast how they feel about things, good or bad. This could be someone who's not expressing positive feelings that they have for someone. This could be someone who's going through emotional turmoil and they're not expressing that either. They're just kind of keeping it to themselves. It could be that you hope to overcome this obstacle with them because you have all this love and emotions for them. And deep down, you know they love you too. But we have the player energy right behind it. Knight of Wands, the second fastest moving knight in the deck. I got a lot of speed out here. This is wishy-washy, in and out, back and forth kind of an energy. This is someone who gets called the player of the tarot deck because they come rushing in all passionate and tell you everything you want to hear in order to get what they want, and they go somewhere else and do the same routine there, and then they come back and forth playing two sides of the fence. Not digging it. I think that's how we end up with this taking steps in the wrong direction and juggling two people, and then things escalate pretty quickly from there, it looks like. And it puts us in a spot where we got a choice between more than one person. To clarify that Lover's card for you, Aries, I got the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is a period of time, either where you're pausing to reflect and take stock of the seeds that have been planted between the two of you, like take stock of this connection, take stock of this situation that you're finding yourself in, and you're trying to decide, is this ever going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that I really want, where we've combined our lives together and we're building a life together, living the dream, so to speak. Or is this a spot where maybe that's not ever going to grow into that, and maybe I should just cut my losses and move on here? So this would be that period of time where you're pausing to reflect and ask yourself those kinds of questions. Sometimes this can be an energy of someone who's already done some level of work on something and they don't actually have the benefit of it yet, and they're still waiting on that to fully develop and pan out. I don't think that's what we're doing here. I think we're taking stock of the situation, making some sort of a choice. I see that choice here looming in the background, and it looks like a choice that it's over, but at the same time there's still will to overcome it, and someone manifesting something right now. Yeah, manifesting death here, manifesting death and the Wheel of Fortune, but there's an internal conflict. This is really looking like at 1 minute you want to end it, the next minute you want to overcome it. And you can create it however you want it to be, but there is this cycle here of pain, cycle of not good energy here. Next, to clarify the Lovers, I have the Queen of Swords. This is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. She's holding her hand out because she's offering to let someone tell their side of the story. The problem is she already knows what happened, so when they tell her some bullshit, it's off with the head. So this usually represents speaking the truth on something, having some difficult conversation where truth gets spoken, and then some severing happens because of that. So this is usually the severing of a connection. So it's looking like taking some time to think about it, and then it's off with your head, probably because of this and this. I got the Five of Swords next. We referenced that here. We referenced it again when I saw the Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy. This is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. This is usually a betrayal, a big fight, like words being used like weapons. Like, this is not pleasant here. It's almost like I cut you off because you betrayed me here. Probably found the messages. The Page of Cups is news and messages and communications about love and emotions. Lovey-dovey messages, flirtatious behavior. This is like a not fully emotionally developed kind of an energy. So this would be, similar to this. Early stages of moving forward in passion. Early stages of moving forward in emotions. It looks like this started out as passion and desire, and then moved really quickly in passion and desire, and then turned into like lovey-dovey stuff after that here. Like, this is the stage of just talking about it, and this is the stage of doing something about it. But it's happened because, or maybe it hasn't happened yet and it's about to, but this is really looking like I'm either there's a history of this person being emotionally immature, not fully developed in that sense, or there's some messages that could have gotten found, and that was a betrayal, and it's off with your head because of it. Either way that goes for you, Aries, take it however it resonates. Central to your energy is the Tower. This is the collapse of some important structure in your life. This is it falling apart all around you. Sometimes this is the collapse of your relationship. Sometimes this is the collapse of the belief system you had, like this mental model of the world you were operating from shattered right in front of you and turned out it's not the way you thought it was. So when this happens, it's like, what the hell do I do now? It's like really hard to see the path moving forward from there because nothing's the same after that. Tell me about the Tower. Why is that central for Aries? Let's get 2 more on the Tower, please. We flip over in here. On the bottom of the deck, Strength. This is the Leo Major Arcana card. Every time I see this card, it tells me that there is a very difficult situation that you're in right now, and it's requiring all of your internal strength to make it through this. You have the strength to make it through it. You're just kind of being forced to dig down deep inside yourself and find it and tap into it and use it, because what you're going through ain't no fun. This is also sometimes a person who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves. In other words, like they've got these urges and these desires and this piece of themselves that maybe is in their shadow, maybe they don't like, maybe it's something that's controlling them with their wand energy here. And this would be that person trying to struggle against that piece of themselves, trying to not let that piece run wild and make some kind of a mistake that they regret. But people almost always lose this struggle because it's willpower based, and we have finite levels of willpower. Eventually we get tired and we can't fight it off anymore. And I think they struggled for a minute to temper themselves, to balance themselves, and you're probably in a spot now too because of that, where you're going through something difficult and you're trying to balance yourself back out because you're probably emotionally out of whack here. This is also like a patience kind of an energy. It's the Sagittarius Major Arcana. So you got a lot of Major Arcana affecting you here. But this can be reconciliation, because in tarot, water represents love. And here the love has been separated into 2 different cups. But this angel's recombining the love back together. So it can be like, man, either having a difficult time like trying to figure out how to reconcile this, or trying to hold yourself back from wanting to reconcile this because this has been such a game changer. There's a lot of happiness here, though. The other Leo Major Arcana card here. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Like, this tells me that there's a lot of happiness for you tied to this person and this connection. The other thing it can mean is illumination. You know, like the card that comes before the sun is the moon. And when the moon's out, it's dark outside. Things can get hidden in the dark. There can be stuff going on that you don't see. Secrets being kept. And the next step is the sun shines its light into the darkness and exposes all that stuff that was hidden. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened here. I've got the 9 of Swords next, and the Devil right behind it. The 9 of Swords is fear, worry, anxiety, like thinking about something so much with all that fear and worry behind your thinking that it stresses you out physically and makes it so you can't sleep, you can't concentrate, you have nightmares, like probably can't eat. Like, this is a person that doesn't want to face the situation that they're in. Man. Not looking good here. What's up, dude?
Well, I was sitting there going to the library for the day. Grab a pair of those glasses that they give it up.
Yeah, well, don't look at the sun, though. He's home from school because of the eclipse. It's getting ready to happen any time now, I would imagine, probably an hour or so. Wants to go to the library and get some glasses. Okay, when I clarify this tower, this collapse of something important in your life, the very first clarifier is that King of Pentacles that we saw toward the beginning. And I have the Hermit and the Hanged Man. Very interesting. Like I said, this is either Taurus or Virgo energy. This is like husband or significant other that's building a life with me, but there's some sort of a tower moment related to them. Difficult situation related to them. Also probably them trying to tame that beast inside themselves. This thing here that they probably don't have any control over. You've probably been with this person for a minute, it looks like. The Hermit is the Virgo Major Arcana card. This is a card of withdrawal and isolation. This usually means communication has shut down. And things aren't the same as they were before. So even if there is some level of communication, it's way different than it used to be here. It's like it doesn't look like there's been much talking since the truth was spoken and the severing occurred. This is usually not like a voluntary energy. Like normally you don't, like you're not going to choose to go into hermit mode and like isolate yourself and withdraw inside yourself. And usually something happens to force you there, like the Tower happening, you know, like finding out there's another person, finding out you've been betrayed, toxic stuff happening, like puts you in that hermit state. That's about looking inside yourself and trying to figure out what is it about me that I need to adjust so that I can move forward. Hanged Man, very similar energy at their core. They're both about trying to figure out what do I do moving forward, because with the Hanged Man, this is Pisces energy. This is progress is halted. There is no forward movement happening. Things are stuck and at a dead standstill. So he hangs upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective. He's trying to figure out, why am I stuck? How do I get unstuck? How do I move forward from here? The difference is in these cards is where the focus goes. In the Hermit, I mean, the focus goes inside yourself. It goes internally. And here the focus goes externally. He's looking at things from a different perspective. Things are external to us. So this is like, why is it this thing's fault? Why is it your fault? Why is it this person's fault? Like, what about this stuff has me held up? And this is like, in a sense, it's good that they're both here, because this isn't like you getting stuck inside yourself and blaming yourself for everything. There's blame external to go around too. I don't know how I feel about this, because it's sitting right next to this mentally and psychologically painful situation or event, like stuck in that. That doesn't seem good. Final card in your energy, Aries, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a physical new opportunity presenting itself to you. This is not like an idea or a concept. This is like a physical, I can touch it thing. So hopefully this is what's weird about this is I'm in your energy here, but it's like, it feels like most of it is really your person's bullshit showing up over here, affecting you, and that's why it's in your energy. I'm hoping that this is you having a new opportunity present itself, and it's not just going to talk to me about this person's opportunity in the physical world that they probably acted on here. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Why is that here for Aries, please? Okay, that one. And that one. I normally get 3 clarifiers. I just got 5. Bottom of the deck. Judgment. This is another major arcana card, a powerful one. This is a final verdict and judgment being passed, a final decision being made here. I did see this decision about what to do, and that decision not being made because of this belief of what you believe this relationship was. It looks like that belief has shattered, and I'm thinking that we may have made a decision here to call it kaputs. Like this is either a final decision in the sense of we're calling this dead and over with, or this sometimes can be a decision to resurrect something and bring it back to life and try and transform it so it's never that crappy way again. Could be we have an opportunity for that. No, that's not what's happening. We're passing judgment on the player here. They had the physical opportunity. This is them acting on it and running back and forth and being a player and getting judged for that. 4 of Swords. This is Libra energy. This is taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. Sometimes this can be like a pause in the connection or a break in the connection. The 4s are about stability, and Swords are about the thoughts. So this is stabilizing the thoughts, stabilizing the mind, like calming the thinking down so you can figure out what to do moving forward. It's like a minor arcana version of the Hermit, essentially. Ace of Wands again. This is either the spark of some new passionate thing, or sometimes it can be re-sparking a connection. That could be what happens too. We could have a cyclic thing here, like where this person is like addicted to chasing tail and addicted to starting new stuff and juggling people, and then things break down, and then they come back and looked at themselves and present you with a new opportunity for us to just leave it all in the past where it belongs and move forward toward this happily ever after. It could be that we're making a decision about whether or not to do that. It just depends on when this happened for you, I think. Like, I know this is supposed to be current April 2024, but it's pretty common that people watch a reading and they're like, dude, this already happened like 2-3 years ago. And then there's other people going, no, that's not what's happening, until a few weeks from now when they come back and go, dude, it really happened. So I don't know when this happened. I can't really tell time by this. But when I clarify this Ace of Pentacles, I get the Lovers, the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the overall energy of the reading here. The Lovers was your very first card, so you've got it out here in both decks. So this tells me this was a powerful connection from your point of view. I know there's a lot of readers that'll tell you that this means that this is your twin flame. That's all bullshit. Or that this means this person's the one for you, especially when you get it twice. That isn't what it means. This isn't like data coming down from God saying that, nope, I'm telling you they're supposed to be with this person because I designed it that way. That's not what this means. This is showing up in your energy, which means that you felt that way about this at some point in time. It doesn't mean it's factual data. I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings. I'm just clarifying that this doesn't mean God is telling me that this is your person. It just means you probably felt that way. And then when they present you with this opportunity is what it's looking like. I could take this two different ways. I could take this that they're coming back and trying to present you with an opportunity to move forward here. And you have this almost like unhealthy addiction to this person. Could be that. It could be that you're married to this belief of the Lovers, or you're married to this belief of the Ten of Cups. In which case, this reading's probably triggering the shit out of you. And I apologize, but it's my job to get you the truth. And this could also be that they had a physical opportunity present itself to them. They can't control their wand. They created a situation where there's a choice between lovers. And it could be, this is the card of the past, the Six of Cups. So this could be that they have a history of doing this. It could be that it's someone from their past. In other words, someone that they have a history with. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a past lover or a past, ex of theirs. It could just be someone that they have known for a period of time. Therefore, there is some history between them. This could also be a pattern that they've got. I've got the Devil. I did see the Wheel of Fortune at some point. Man. We're also in Mercury retrograde right now. This card sometimes represents something from the past, like coming back again and maybe testing you again. Sometimes this is a person from the past showing up, trying to make a comeback of some kind, or even displaying previous stuff for them. Like maybe they had this in the past and this is rearing its ugly head again. There's a deep connection here. There's no question about that with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. That's a deep emotional connection. And the Two of Cups, this is Cancer energy. This is a love connection between two people. It's the minor arcana version of the Lovers here, but it's a two, and twos represent choices, decisions. This can be a choice about the connection. And do we bring this one from the past back, or is this completely stuck and I'm going to just get stuck in betrayal again if I stay in this connection? It could be that decision you're trying to make there. This could even just be another reference to, dude, they had an opportunity to bring in another lover, someone that they already know, or they have a history of doing that, and here's the two cups they're choosing between. Next card is the Ten of Swords. We didn't see that here behind the decision that wasn't being made yet, the decision to end things. And this is a swift, painful ending. It's Gemini energy, an ending you don't see coming, an ending in betrayal. No matter how you slice that, it's an ending to something. And right beside it, there's nothing because the Hanged Man is here, and look, there's a gap in the information. And across the aisle from it is this Page of Cups, like emotionally immature energy or lovey-dovey messages getting exchanged leading to an ending. There's just a gap in the middle where I don't know exactly what happened in the middle. Final clarifier for you, Aries, is the Six of Swords. Like I said, it's the overall energy. This is moving forward into calmer waters, leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind, leaving the pain behind, leaving the betrayal behind here. This is moving away from pain and forward toward what you actually want. I think that's part of what this is saying here, is if you want this happily ever after, if you want this happy fairy tale love connection that we all dream about, it requires you to walk away from this person because they aren't it. You're not supposed to be with someone that has the devil, like, especially when it's like that kind of stuff there, like that. Not supposed to be with them. That's why I take so much time like explaining the Lover's card and letting you know that it doesn't mean what most of these other, I'm just going to be nice, but what most of these other readers tell you it means, because it doesn't mean that, and it helps people get stuck when they have readers that don't know what the hell they're talking about, convincing people that, no, you're supposed to be with this person, because then you put up with this bullshit. You ain't supposed to be with that person, trust me. When I clarify, look at your person's energy, I don't like the way they feel already, but I'm going to do it anyway. I got the Six of Cups as their very first card. That's the most important card for them, the past, or something from the past, someone from the past. Central to their energy is that Eight of Wands that we saw toward the beginning. And the final card they have is the Eight of Pentacles. Six of Cups. This, like I said, someone from the past, something from the past, making another lap through. This could be that this already happened and now they're trying to come back and get another chance to like re-spark this connection with you. This could just as easily be trying to tell me that no dude, they've sparked a new connection and followed the wand with someone that they already know, and that's caused all this crap. Tell me about the Six of Cups, please. There's the Six of Cups here. Bottom of the deck, the Sun. Leo Major Arcana, happiest card in the deck. They get a lot of happiness from whatever this thing from their past is. Whether that's a thing, whether that's a problem that they have from their past that they have happiness tied to it. It makes them out of control in doing something. If this is representing that they're doing a lot of thinking about the past and reminiscing about you and the happy times, it could be that. Temperance, looking like they're wanting to re-blend things together with you. Could also mean that they have a problem tempering themselves when they're exposed to something that they have happiness tied to. And it could be causing internal conflict, more Leo energy. The fives are conflict. This is an internal conflict in their desires where a piece of them wants this one thing and another piece of them wants this other thing. And like now I'm torn between these two and I'm pulling myself in different directions at the same time. When I clarify that Six of Cups, I get the other Leo Major Arcana card, Strength. This is, like I said, a person struggling against a piece of themselves, a piece of something that they have happiness tied to, a piece of something that they're probably not in control of, and they're struggling to contain this sexual energy in this wand here. Like I said, they almost always lose the struggle. Like the woman can't possibly hold the lion back forever. It's staying there because it's being cool with her. The minute it changes its mind, there ain't anything she can do about it. Nine of Swords is next. Gemini energy, fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something with so much fear and worry that they're stressing out. I usually get this when a person has done some stuff that they shouldn't have done. Like they couldn't contain themselves anymore. And now they're worried it's going to come out. They're afraid you're going to find out. They've got their face covered, like not wanting to look at the situation that they've made here. The thing that they've manifested. Four of Wands. It's an energy of manifesting. And the thing that you want actually being here and present and stable in the physical reality. Like, this isn't waiting on it anymore. This is like, ta-da, it's here. And now I'm afraid because of this thing I've manifested. Yes, it brings them happiness, but it's tied to something or someone from their past. It could be a case like this can also represent stability in the home, or stability of the family, or stability of the connection between the two of you, and they're fearful and worried about the stability here. They could be going through a difficult situation because you're in the past, because maybe you already left and walked away. I'm not sure. I'm feeling like almost two very similar messages that are slightly different. So take it however it resonates for you. But central to your person's energy is that Eight of Wands, very fast, forward-moving Sagittarius energy, rapid back and forth, passionate communicating. Could be a lot of travel here. This could just be rapid movement and progress on something they have passion and desire for. Hell, it could be too much happening all at once, and now I'm overwhelmed. I did see this down here in this juggling two people, overwhelmed with that, or I went from taking the first steps into juggling two people to very quickly moving that forward into like advancing in a love connection here. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. Why is that central to their energy, please? One more. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. Again, Libra energy, taking a pause, taking a break, trying to stabilize their mind. They could be very overwhelmed right here, and this could be them trying to like chill out and figure out what to do about this judgment. This is, like I said, either the we're calling it dead and over with decision, or this is the decision to resurrect it and bring it back. I've seen two different mentions of like blending back together, resurrecting, card of the past over here, trying to manifest that. Man, there's that player energy with judgment, though. They got judgment passed on them for a reason. And even their own energy is saying that. So keep that in mind. Don't shoot the messenger. Just take what part of it fits you. When I clarify that fast Eight of Wands energy, I get Death, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords. Death is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. This is an ending to something. It's something dying so it can be reborn again a different way. This is a painful transition period, a painful transformation process. Usually it sucks going through something like this. Normally you come out on the other side better for it if you do the work. They're having a hard time dealing with this ending, I think. Either that, or it's telling me this very fast forward movement that they couldn't contain caused the ending. Could be both at the same time, and it's just different layers to it. But next we have another Scorpio energy, Seven of Cups. Got a lot of Scorpio out here. Their first card is Scorpio. First clarifier in that column is Scorpio. Now we got another one. This is options and choices and confusion about their options and choices. There's a lot of different cups here, a lot of different ways they could play this situation. They got more options than it would probably appear, and they don't want to pick the wrong thing and make a mistake. So this can be confusion. The smoke can represent clouded judgment, clouded decision making, intoxication. Could even be trying to blow a smoke screen to prevent you from seeing all these options, or trying to prevent you from being able to actually figure out what's going on. Not necessarily buying that piece yet, but there is definitely fast movement and options, and there's fear, worry, anxiety, and stress tied to these options. And then we got the Knight of Swords. This is the fastest knight in the deck. So I've seen all four of the fastest energies here. So whatever happened, this is like, it happened boom, like probably very abruptly and out of nowhere. This is not the forward thinker. This isn't the dude that reads the instructions. He flies by the seat of his pants. This is the person that just like, he does it and he doesn't think about it first. He just does it, and then he doesn't think about it until after it's already too late. His very fast, decisive actions definitely manifested something, though. And it could be that, yeah, he could have been intoxicated. I shouldn't even say he. They could have been intoxicated and had piss poor judgment and just did something without thinking it through. Or been, out of it in some way when they decided. Not that that would be an excuse, but they definitely did something they shouldn't do. I got the devil out here, and the devil and the Seven of Cups together can totally mean they got some kind of an alcohol problem or a drug problem or some inability to contain themselves. Generally, I got the Eight of Pentacles as their final card. This is Virgo energy. I had to think for a second. This is an energy of putting in the work, the time, effort, and energy to get what it is that they want, or having the willingness to put the work in on something. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles. Why is this here for Aries romantic person of interest? Let's get one more, please. What is the Eight of Pentacles here? Knight of Wands. This is a non-committal kind of an energy. This is like in and out, back and forth, not fully committed to what I say I want. And then, yeah, I start out gung-ho, putting in all the work, but then I pull back and go a different direction. Could also be saying what they really want to put the work in on is being a player. Justice. The Libra Major Arcana card. This is about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword in this card is used to cut away the thing that's not in balance, so balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like what's supposed to happen can happen. The fact that it's here is telling me unfair, unjust stuff has occurred here, and they're putting in work on that. Either putting in work to cloud your vision of it and prevent you from finding out because they're worried you're going to, or they're just like, they're putting in work to try to do this still, while presenting this idea of we're working on it. The Chariot, yeah, wanting to overcome the obstacles, but there's that dark side here. Like, that dark side is present. I don't care if they can see it or not. I don't care if they're willing to admit to it or not. It's there. And it's running more of their lives than they are. They're probably really defensive about that. This Leo energy of defensiveness, like defending my position, defending my stance, like fighting to protect what I want. Can be fighting for the connection. I want to work on this, but they're not balanced. I got three cards in a row that tell me they're not balanced like they front to be. When I clarify this, either wanting to work on it or willingness to work on it, I get the Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Hierophant. Very interesting. Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. The thing that you would be building together here is like the foundations to get to the Ten of Pentacles, where we're combining lives together and building a life together. It's working together as equals to lay the foundations for that. Could be you were working on that when they killed this because they couldn't contain themselves. But there is a death tied to that idea of working together. So this could be a case of like, well, you broke up with me because of the dumb stuff I did, and now I want to work on it because we're not together anymore. There's that Two of Swords that I saw toward the beginning of the reading here, right behind that Ten of Cups. This is almost like a decision between, is this the Ten of Cups happily ever after, or is this over? That's the decision that has to be made. This means the decision hasn't been made. Sometimes, like I said, they don't have enough information to decide. Sometimes there's something they don't want to see, and they're not looking at that, and that's not enabling them to decide. Sometimes it ain't their decision. Sometimes it's your decision, and it could be that they want to work on building this together, but a decision has to be made first. And there's all this clouded vision and confusion and then fear, worry, and anxiety, probably because of this. They're waiting, probably waiting on you to make a decision. That's what this is looking like. Like, I don't know how long ago it was this person did the dumb stuff that they did, but this is looking like it wrecked you. And now here they are coming back with this opportunity to fix it all and make it all better here. And this is probably them waiting on you to give your decision to them so that they can take all this rapid action and move toward like the stability again. The thing that they're also waiting on is the Hierophant, which is the Taurus Major Arcana card. This is commitment. This is in a relationship reading. This is a committed relationship, taking it to the next level of like living together, engagement, marriage. This Four of Wands here is also a final card in a row, in a column for them. So this is also considered a marriage card. I don't have 10 of Pentacles out here. I got King of Pentacles, but no Queen of Pentacles. I've got the teamwork element of it out here. This could be a case of you guys were married and now you're not, and that's why the Queen is missing. It could be a case of you were going down that path and then this all happened. They're waiting on a decision about this commitment here. And it's a decision, looks like, either you're going to move forward and take them with you again, or you're going to move forward without them and take a lesson with you. And I think that's the choice that you still have to make. Don't let this get diluted into a choice of, is this the happily ever after you wanted or not? It's not about that. It's about, how are you going to move forward here? Are you going to carry the burdens forward with you, or are you going to carry the lessons you learned forward with you? Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Aries love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.